one point I was like, I think I'll get a C for my IE, and I was just hoping maximum I can get a low B. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Jiun, or you can call me June. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you the top 5 tips based on my personal experience in writing my psychology EE. So it might be different from other people. I'm not going to talk about the very repetitive tips like time management or do your outline, all that. So these are the specific and personalized tips from what I went through. So first tip, try to avoid novel topics. I was so into the belief that the interesting or novel topics will actually give you high marks. That's the reason why I wrote my EE based on the topic digital art therapy. So I thought this will help me a lot, but at the end it limits me so much in specifying my research question and also finding any relevant journals that I can use. So remember that IB eventually marks you based on their rubrics, and there's no such thing in the rubrics written that interesting or new topics will give you high marks. And second tip, second tip is it's okay that your research question is not yet finalized as a focused specific research question. So in my case, initially my research question was about digital art therapy in young adults with depression or with trauma, something like that. And at the end, when I start to do my research, I couldn't find any articles that talks about digital art therapy, young adults and depression at the same time. So as you can see, if you have a novel topic like mine and you started off with a specific research question already, you might end up having no articles that can answer your research question. In the process of writing, you might change your research question a lot of times depending on the nature of your topic. And in my case, I actually changed my research question the one last minute before I submit my final report. So as you can see, it's okay that you start off with a more general questions and then you keep changing it in the process, because in psychology EE, our whole essay is highly dependent on the articles that we can find. So you might have to alter your research question a bit depending on what articles are available and what you can actually find online. And thirdly, find the suitable essay structure for your essay. So if you actually started to read any samples online, you notice that the most common and easiest essay structure goes by, you talk about the study first, their aim, method, procedure, results, and then you move on to evaluating the study. So yes, this is the most common way and easiest way to organize your whole essay, but it's not applicable for all kinds of topics. So in my topic, digital art therapy, my studies are all qualitative. That means the results are all in like short phrases, like the responses of the participants, such as like interviews or surveys. So if I'm going to talk about the results of the studies individually, then I already end up exploding my word counts, repeating the same points again and again, because like they have overlapping results among different studies. So in my case, I need to write my essay in a structure such that I talk about the results directly, like I just answer the question directly, and then I cite the studies that support the points that I've mentioned. This actually depends on what topic are you writing and what kind of studies you have, but you need to find the suitable structure for your essay. But you might wonder, so how am I going to do that? Like, are you going to write the point and then you check what are the studies that mention this point and then you do that for the whole essay for each point? No, that's not how I do it. And this will brings us to my fourth tip, which is organize everything you have. So in psychology EE, you are going to deal with multiple studies at the same time to write your essay. So if your topic is similar to mine and all of your studies are qualitative, you are not sure how I'm going to organize it, my tip here is you can actually create a spreadsheet and then you list down all of the points, and at the second column you write down what are the studies that mention this point. So you do it for all the studies. Either it saves you a lot of time and you have a clearer picture of how are you going to write your whole essay. So by doing this, your whole process of writing the essay will be so much smoother. Is that such word? Other than that, regarding organization and keeping everything clear, I'm just going to briefly mention about this. Not just for psychology EE, not just for EE, also applicable for IAs. When you cite something, please remember to copy the link or copy the citation in your document, because I've encountered so many times that I actually cited whatever I've said already, but I forgot to put my link, and at the end I was panicking to find back the source, and when I couldn't, I need to find a new one, and that takes me a lot of time and makes me so frustrated. So pick up the habit of keeping your links, or else you're going to struggle like me. And last tip, don't overthink the essay. So I know if you haven't started or you're about to start, you feel intimidated by the idea of EE. That was me last time as well, because a lot of people is going to tell that yes, it is so hard, it is so stressful, all that. But EE for you now might be something that's very like a monster in front of you, but eventually EE is just a practice and a stepping stone for you to prepare yourself more before you move to university. And it's not going to be the last essay you write, so it's okay that if your essay didn't end up so well. If you overthink the EE too much, you might end up being too scared of it and it might cause you to procrastinate. So just take it as something to practice and just start writing it. I remember I was first predicted as an A, but then like before the final submission, my supervisor told me that it's actually predicted as a B instead, because of the nature of my topic, like limited studies and the research question is not specific enough. The biggest reward from writing EE is not the grade itself. I think for me at least, it's whatever I've learned from the process, the research skill, most importantly, that I realized that I'm actually stronger and more capable of what I believe I am. You see, even though my essay is not the best thing I submitted, I'm still proud of what I've written. Like, come on, finishing the essay itself, like 4,000 words on a topic that it's so new to me, digital therapy. I'm already so happy that I made it. Anyone who is watching this video, you must be caring about your academic performance, but everything is a process. Just make the best out of you, and that will grow yourself to the maximum. Alright, so that's all from me on the tips regarding psychology EE. This is my first video done on study tips, so I really hope it's going to help anyone. Subscribe if you like to watch more of school vlogs or study tips video. That's all from me in this video. Thank you. Bye bye.